benched and came back. Didn't start off too well today, but as the game goes on, you know, he's getting back to the old Randall Cunningham. The only thing he's not doing is running with the ball. I don't think he's run with the ball yet today.
Not yet. 2nd and 13 at the 49er 42. Just over 6 minutes left to play. Cunningham chased again by Harris. Fires incomplete.
See, this is the thing again. It's a type of thing where he feels pressure coming up the middle by Harris, so he wants to scramble to the outside and buy some time, come under control, and then throw the ball.
Hit by Dennis Brown just as he let it go. 3rd and 13 now.
You can see he's been sacked twice today, hurried 9 times, knocked down 4. But the big thing that he hasn't done, he hasn't thrown any interceptions.
Cunningham back to throw again. With time. Going deep for Barnett. Incomplete. Broken up in the end zone by Dana Hall and David Whitmore.
And Fred Barnett is the guy that you can do that to. There aren't a lot of guys in this league, and again, it doesn't work, but you can throw a post to him when you have a safety sitting in there. You're going to see that he ends up being double teamed, but he can run by a double team. He can still catch that ball. In fact, if you throw it out there, he may have caught it. Although that ended up in a triple team because the third guy in was number 31, Thane Gash. I don't know if he would have had a chance on that at all.
High kick from Rusing. The Eagles will down it. Otis Smith standing at the 2-yard line. Good punt by Fiegel.
And that was a heck of a job by Otis Smith. You know, we used to work on that all the time. That is legal. You can run down there on the punt coverage team and catch the ball if the returner is not trying to catch it.
That's the 2nd time he's done that today. Smith.
You know, it looks funny in practice where you have a guy on the line of scrimmage and you have your punter and the guy run down and catch it, but it's something that you do work on, and it can happen.
And it can work to your advantage, as it did here for Philadelphia. 20-14, 49ers leading.
Now what the 49ers have to be thinking of here is getting some first downs.
And no turnovers. Rice lined up, and now he goes to lunges out to the 5. Miano up to make the stop along with Clyde Simmons.
And that's why you have a guy like Tom Rathman to take these tough yardage plays going out and coming in. He said an interesting thing yesterday. He says that he's playing hurt and getting healthy. And
that's hard to do.
Well, that's an oxymoron, I think. But if there's anyone that can do it, it's Tom Rathman. Yep. You know, that if you play hurt, what he means, and you don't get hurt anymore, then you'll get healthy. And he says it's worked. He played hurt and got healthy. Someone ought to write that one on a wall.
Here's Young back in the end zone. For Dexter Carter, again incomplete. Frizzell over to cover him.
Yeah, that was the same thing that they got the touchdown on. Remember, they had the 2 wide receivers over here on the right side, the tight end on the left side, and Dexter Carter outside on that side. Earlier they had Rich Miano covering him. That time it was William Frizzell.
This game is presented by authority of the National Football League. This CBS telecast intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the San Francisco 49ers, CBS, and the National Football League is prohibited. 3rd down. Here's Young again in the end zone. Outside to Amp Lee. Lee is taken down. They'll have to punt it. Seth Joyner. A gain of 5, but not enough for a first down.
Yeah, and that's going to come back to haunt the 49ers, that 3rd down conversion today. Again, I've always felt if you're going to throw it on 3rd down, get the guy up beyond the stick, so if you catch it, you get a first down. I think that's one of the bad plays in football. A third down, complete pass, and then punt on fourth down.
They're just 3 out of 15 on third down conversion. Williams does well to field it. Sikahema watches it go sideways and bounce out of bounds at about the 46-yard line.
George Seifert has done a heck of a job, though, with his 49ers. You know, Bill Walsh left. George Seifert became the head coach, took the 49ers to the Super Bowl and won that. They could say it's still Bill Walsh's team. But since that time, he's changed the team. He's changed the quarterback. He's changed assistant coaches. Denny Green, of course, went to Stanford. Now he's at Minnesota. You know, his coaches are all over the league. Mike Holmgren is coaching at Green Bay. So he's done it with different players and different coaches.
Here's Cunningham. And he is going to take off this time. Slides at the 40. A 12-yard pickup, stopped by Walter.
Well, there's the one dimension that the Eagles hadn't used so far this game, and that's Randall Cunningham running. Because this is the first time he run. You see, if we can stop it right here, this is what he looks for when he's going to run. He looks for these lanes where he can run here. He says usually the 49ers lock up those lanes pretty well. But on that time, they gave him a big, big lane.
3.5 minutes left to play. This is Walker. Out of bounds at about the San Francisco 40. You know, if George Seifert continues to do as well as he's done with the 49ers, before long, everybody involved in these broadcasts and with the NFL will learn how to pronounce his name.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, everyone should know how to pronounce Coach Seifert's name. There it is, George Seifert, head coach, San Francisco. How embarrassing can that be to the referee in the National Football League not to know the head coach's name?
2nd and 8. Cunningham, quick throw, complete. Calvin Williams made the reception and the ball, and Eric Davis got there at the same time.
And that had to be tough for Calvin Williams because he had to wait. Just watch him. He has to wait for the ball, and he knows that Eric Davis is coming. And he's waiting, and he had to step there and lean into Davis. That's a tough thing. That's what fighters do. As guys throw a punch, you got to step into it as they throw it. That's a very unnatural thing to do.
It sure is.
But he did it.
Sherman needed a yard to get a first down, and it appears that he got it stopped by Dennis Brown.
I'll tell you, we got a game here now. This is what, you know, you go and they kind of spar in that first half, and Jerry Rice gets his records and all that stuff, or ties his record. Then you get down here, and now this is football.
Rich Kotite. The Eagles in a hurry. First down. They should be in a hurry. Just over 2 minutes left to play. Here's Cunningham. He's going to come out of there again. He is really hit. Something flew out of there. It might have been his mouthpiece. Mike Walter.
I'll tell you one thing.
Hit.
We have to look down there and see if we see any pieces or any parts. What came out? We got to check that field. I don't see anything down there. A couple divots. Numbers. Everyone seems to have all their parts.
Maybe they had a divot in the uniform. Anyway, something came out. 20-14. 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And there's a TV show going on at the other end of the field in the other direction.
And this guy right there is Dwight Clark. Old 49er wide receiver. He's not even watching the game. His team is within 6 points. He works for the 49ers. They're up by 6. The other team has the ball.
Herschel Walker gets the reception, and that'll be enough for a Philadelphia first down. A gain of 7.
You know, these Eagles have really hung in there. I mean, they've hung in there offensively. They haven't done anything stupid. They haven't given the ball away. Of course, they did something stupid that time. They only had 10 guys on the punt team, but they haven't forced anything. They've hung in there. They've played strong defense, especially third down defense, and here we are now with